in.
Do you think getting locked out of a car is scary?
Try getting locked in.
Oh, look at that. By the way, that was a nice transition.
Are we in the car now?
So, yeah.
You tell me.
Ooh, this is a nice ride.
Buckle up, because this is a 3.5 minute shot.
There's gotta be something I can sell.
Yeah, it's another one of these CGI car trick movies.
Is this one of those cars that doesn't actually have the car? Because otherwise, where's the camera?
It's a good question.
And the camera crane is just kind of going through it.
I mean, what's the guy laying down in the car?
Dude, and now the camera's down in the seats?
There's so much CGI happening, guys.
There's no shell to this car. It's all fake. I think the seats are real and they've got flags everywhere to make it look like he's inside of the car, but all the doors, the pillars of the car are not actually there. They're being tracked in CG. The camera has to have some space between it and the steering wheel and the seat, and that will absolutely intersect with the glass and the pillars of the car. So they cannot be there for this to be filmed.
Ren, you're very close. First of all, let's start with the outside of the car. That is a 360-degree panorama that they have built. They shot all of it on red, stitched it all together, and reprojected it in 3D space after tracking the motion of this camera move.
And then added in that dude in the background who's kind of walking around on his phone.
Yeah, so you have additional performance plates that were shot on green and also reprojected.
It's nuts that they're getting the reflection on the screen.
Yeah, with the reflections in the actual screen itself.
The mirrors.
But yeah, the outside world, that is footage. All the people walking by, they're shot on green so that they can be retimed and positioned to hit the right beats at the right time across this 3.5 minute move. But the inside of the car, well, I'm not going to say all of it is real, but a large portion of it is, including the pillars of the car. All the frame of the car.
Wait, is this like a Transformer thing where it's like, it's moving through, move them out of the way, move them back?
Let's take a look at the behind the scenes. Blend through the specular, we fade that off. Now we're in the world.
Okay.
So you can see, there it is. We got our boys in green.
Dude, it like came apart like.
Yep, and they are puzzle piecing this thing on dollies. So they are taking away sections as in when needed to allow the camera to pass through, and then replacing those sections so that they are there when the camera is facing them.
Wow.
And they're doing it across the entire 3.5 minute take. They're tracking that entire shot, faithfully recreating the interior to blend the seams, to add additional parts where needed. Definitely would help with the reflection too.
If they didn't have that rig, they would have to fall back into the camp of having most of the car be CGI again.
And it is nice, yeah, having it all there helps performance, obviously helps interaction. You get all of that interior for free now because you're taking care of it in camera. And then it's just the supplementation where CG really shines, right? With all the reflections and the windows and the outside world and all that good stuff. But the end result looks fantastic. Yeah, they did a great job. What do you think of when I do that? Probably today's sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. Squarespace has a collection of cutting-edge design tools, which means anyone can build a website that perfectly fits their brand or business. You can start with Blueprint AI, which is Squarespace's AI-enhanced website builder, or get a fully customized website using the simplest of information about your industry, goals, and personality. You can generate premium quality content and personalized design recommendations. Squarespace also offers a complete library of already professionally designed and award-winning templates. No matter where you start, your website is flexible to what you need. With intuitive drag-and-drop editing, beautiful styling options, unrivaled visual design effects, on-brand AI content, and more ways to list what you offer with no experience required. With easy online payments and built-in tools for inventory, shipping, and fulfillment, you can simplify your workflow and give customers that seamless shopping experience. Squarespace Payments is the easiest way to manage your payments all in one place with Squarespace. Get started in just a few clicks and start receiving payments right away. Plus, give your customers more ways to pay with popular payment methods: Apple Pay, Afterpay, ACH direct deposit, and my personal favorite to say out loud, Klarna. And of course, your website's worth jack squat if it's not found by customers. With Squarespace's SEO tools, you don't have to worry about being lost online. Every website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions. So point is, you show up more when people search things. So if any of the stuff that I just said makes you feel a certain kind of way, head to squarespace.com/corridorcrew for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Watch out, watch out!
Austin rolls up. He says, hey, I saw this movie and it was the best movie ever. It's called Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. It's about these two guys and the hijinks they have to get up to get a show at their favorite venue called the Rivoli. Basically, their biggest plan so far is they're gonna climb to the top of the CN Tower.
We skydive into the Sky Dome.
We're gonna be so the movie is the most extreme plan they've ever concocted that also has some incredibly clever visual effects. See, and there's the stadium they're going to parachute into during a game.
Oh,
Is this guerrilla
genius.
filmmaking? Is that a real game?
I mean, this has to be Gorilla. I love the little looks to camera.
So they got wire cutters.
That's a GoPro. I mean, just, you know.
Dude,
That's crazy.
gotta be freaky. Wait, is that real? That looks pretty dang real to me.
Look, get close to the roof.
Oh no.
How are they getting these
Oh, no.
shots? Oh, it's closing.
closing.
They gotta go fast. Well, I've seen. Dude, those cut so clean.
Countdown.
Oh my gosh, yeah, so this has to be on a stage or something. That looks really good. Whoa! This looks awesome. Oh my gosh! They're just stuck up there. That's so funny.
I'm pretty certain most of what we're seeing is real.
Yeah.
They are really doing the edge walk. And all the footage of them on there, like this, you know, the shot from above where we're like looking at them looking over the edge and stuff, like those are actual people filming it as well. However, I'm getting the sense they had permission to film the scene. Because the camera quality is like a little nicer than the normal guide GoPro. They're filming the real security feeds. They're using the actual GoPro from the guide and then doctoring that.
Yeah.
My guess is that they're just miming cutting the ropes and they're compositing.
Yeah. The only thing you need to change then really is just making sure that that rope looks cut. But then the rest of it is just compositing out the rope.
And then this shot, it appears that they kind of just like back off. And so they leave the shot there and then.
Bit of
and
a Texas switch.
Yeah.
It's basically kind of a Texas switchy kind of moment there.
Digital Texas
Yeah.
switch.
They're probably just being painted out.
Yeah, 100%.
And then green screen element initially that transitions into like a CG double.
Into a full siege takeover.
They also jumped off without actually like making their parachutes available. They're still like underneath the clothes and the jumpsuit, and somehow they're not in trouble.
I feel like they just went up to this fireman and shook his hand.
Oh, absolutely.
They didn't tell him anything. They're just like, thank you for your service.
I got one more scene, but we're going to keep it in the extended version of this react on corridordigital.com because there's some spoilers.
Now that Project Hail Mary is streaming, I thought it was time to finally take a look at this movie because I enjoyed the book and the movie has some incredible visual effects, along with some really clever practical effects. But according to the media, there's a lot of confusion. There are no green screens or blue screens used in this movie. None at all.
Really?
Meaning that there were zero visual effects.
They went to space.
Ryan Gosling's character named Grace goes out on a bit of a spacewalk outside of the spaceship in front of this other planet, and he flips on the infrared filter to look at the Petrova line.
It's time go.
Petrova. You ready for it?
Yes. Infrared.
So he's in the sea of astrophage, but you can only see it in infrared light. Actually, a very specific frequency within infrared light.
Why did he switch to infrared if he can't?
It's for the viewers. He's not seeing any of this. But this is just to visualize how much astrophage is around them right now. And he does his little flip, but that's what we're actually seeing because it's not in the visible spectrum of light.
Yes.
I mean, this looks quite practical, though.
That does. Is he in a dangly light room?
So what they did was they actually put a bunch of infrared lights on a bunch of chicken wire and made this whole little elaborate mesh around Ryan Gosling's character, and they're capturing all this stuff for real because they're using a camera with the infrared filter taken off of it. All of our cameras and whatnot, they have a little infrared filter on them to filter out infrared light. And if you remove that filter, little infrared lights suddenly become visible.
Super cool. That's a fun setup.
There's a little bit of miscommunication about the visual effects in this movie because the director said that there were no green screens used. That just means that there's more rotoscoping. It just means that all of the shots that they're getting of him in front of black or some sort of really bright green aura background, they're just manually cutting him out and actually putting the CG background there. ILM did all of those external shots of the planets, of the ship. The directors actually came out and was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
We did not mean what you guys are interpreting.
That's nice.
There are tons of visual effects, tons of incredible artistry from effects artists in this movie. They did a good job of clarifying that, like, hey, this is not just an all practical film.
For the layman, the terms all do blend together to where CGI is equal to VFX. Those things are the same when they're actually absolutely not.
And therein lies the problem, is because they are so immersed in the world and the vocabulary of all this stuff that they use the correct term. Yeah, we didn't use any green screens. But then that gets filtered out to the headlines and everyone just equates that with meaning, oh, they did that practically. And that's not true. They did have a set that they built for the inside of the spaceship, for the outside of the spaceship, and they were filming Ryan Gosling on this crazy rig. You can actually see it on the Tesla channel from Adam Savage. He visited the set, checked out their whole thing. They even suspended him in the zero gravity suit as he's kind of like clawing his way along the exterior of the spaceship. But that doesn't mean what we're finally seeing in the movie is real plate photography. A lot of the time, especially for the exterior shots, it's all being replaced. We're seeing the second character here who stole everyone's hearts who watched this movie.
I'm gonna call you Rocky.
Part of what makes this so believable is how alien this creature named Rocky actually is, because he looks to be just a big spider rock.
That is a thing in sci-fi that I do appreciate, is when they actually go alien with the design instead of it just feeling like
A little cool gray dude with sweet Ray-Bans.
Yeah,
or
just like a humanoid thing.
Oakleys.
Yeah, it's like, oh, his eyes are bigger and he's a different color. Like it's
Although I think an alien with Jinko jeans and Oakleys, he would have stolen my heart.
I say neither, you say.
Me either.
No.
Their friendship is the core of this movie. But how do you make a relationship like this feel so real with a CG character?
if it feels like a CG character already, that entire relationship is in turmoil for the viewer. Because if it doesn't feel real, it won't sell. I mean, realistically, you'd probably want to go the puppet route.
There's definitely multiple techniques going in here because any good visual effects or practical effects artist knows that if you are truly going to convince an audience that something is real, you need to keep them guessing by changing that technique. You watch a shot and you're like, how did they do it? If you can cut and then suddenly start proving the previous theory wrong, like boom, that's when you capture people.
The brain buster.
So Rocky, they did actually design a real practical puppet for Rocky, because this all comes back to being able to act in front of Ryan Gosling.
That's funny.
And having him react honestly to another character in the scene.
This way?
Wall.
All the way out to here.
Yes. Out pointy.
James Ortiz, I think, is the name of the puppeteer, but he ended up voicing the character as well. And so he's like saying these lines with the puppet, and they started realizing, wait, we should just keep your voice. And they should just do all of this so that Ryan Gosling is actually almost improvising a lot of the time with the puppet, because the puppeteer is now the actual character.
How cool.
Yeah, exactly. Like Yoda, like Frank Oz.
That'd be a wild
And
promotion.
all the Jim Henson stuff.
Can you imagine going on set to be the puppeteer and like stand in, and then you get promoted to co-star of the film?
Right?
That's like the craziest promotion I've ever heard.
This room's boring.
Like, look at this.
That's
But
awesome.
none of this is real. Fully CG the entire time we're seeing him here.
The way the light gets through.
I like this.
That's so good looking. Wow, the way the light just kind of blooms through the plastic or whatever it is. Oh my God, wait, there's so many levels to this. Hold on a second. He's in like a, I don't know how many sides that is. What is it, an isometric shape? What is that? Like, how would you describe that shape? A ductesicalacalin?
Well, it's not symmetric.
Yeah.
It's a little random.
Oh, right, that's even more insane.
It's a hedron.
It's a hedron.
It's just a hedron.
He's in a, I'll just say,
Polyhedron.
he's in like a sharper edged shape to where, what are you animating first? Like, are you?
Yeah, this is a chicken egg situation.
What's the
man.
rig? What does the rig look like on this to where, obviously the contact that this ball is, I call it a ball, but this shape is making with the ground will impact his motion inside of it. His motion inside of it will dictate where the ball is rolling. Where do you start here?
Yeah. The answer is that you have to do both at the same time. And so you kind of You do a little bit here, you kind of get a little bit of a base motion of Rocky, and you figure out what the polyhedron sort of bubble he's in should move, and that will influence how he moves within it, which will then further influence how the ball moves around him, and you just kind of do a little bit back and forth.
When you're moving things around in 3D space, you have what is called a pivot, the center of rotation on which you actually move the object. So by default, let's say the pivot is in the center of the object. If you rotate it on any axis, it's going to rotate around that pivot. If I want it to roll along the ground, that pivot needs to be at the very base of this object so that it rolls along that pivot. The pivot is constantly changing on this ball. Every time it is coming into contact with the ground, they need to be focused on where the pivot of that rig is so that it continues to rotate along that particular pivot in 3D space. That pivot is separate to the pivot of the character inside who is interacting with this, and this is interacting with him. And the fact that it feels so good and weighty, I'm super impressed.
So Arslan Elver from Framestore was the animation supervisor on this film, and on social media online, he's got incredible breakdowns, kind of just talking through some of the subtleties of Rocky's performance. And I was kind of surprised to learn how many of the cool moments that I found great in the movie were not from the puppet. They were ideas pitched by the animation team. These are things that they can dial in because it's animation. According to what I read about, that shot was mostly practical, but then you have all these other shots that blend in flawlessly. Like that right there, all digital.
It's really cool.
So what's interesting is that they actually built that little ball and had it practical on set. So I know it seems silly to have like that whole thing, and none of that's gonna be in the movie, but that is excellent for Ryan Gosling to react to.
Yeah, because even getting a run through with that thing would help an actor tremendously, as opposed to having someone run through with a tennis ball once and you go, I think I understand what it's doing.
It's always in service of trying to get the best sort of things for the actors to work with, and even if that means everything's going to end up being replaced. I'm sure we'll probably talk about all this stuff again in the future once there's more information about the visual effects.
Boom! So you're bringing a lot of new things together here, and you're going to try to put all this together for the first time with 600 shots.
We are all done filming season 3 of Son of a Dungeon. Sam, what part of the process are we on now with it?
The exciting process where our futuristic, one-of-a-kind, never-before-seen VFX workflow is finally working, and I cannot wait to share it with you. We're basically like doubling the VFX shot count of this next season, and everything looks so freaking cool because of this custom VFX technique that we are developing here. We're gonna talk about it a whole bunch on the channel, but until then, if you wanna get ready, head on over to CorridorDigital.com and check out the other seasons.
All right, thanks everyone, see you next week.
Bye-bye.